Governor Dayton will give his State of the State address on Monday, January 23rd. I asked some newly elected senators about what they hope to hear from the governor.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to be sitting on the floor with one of our state reps, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the governor, looking to what we put on our agenda so far and agreeing with some of it, especially when it comes to health care bill. That was our number one concern. He's a reasonable, responsible guy, and I'm looking forward to hearing him support us.
I'm absolutely excited about the State of the State. I guess I get to be one of the senators that escort the governor to the State of the State, so that's a nice little thing that they've offered me, so pretty excited about that. I'm hoping that we'll hear a lot about what Minnesotans are talking about. We certainly need to tackle the number one issue, which is health care, the entire system in terms of reforms, and also making sure that we get the relief out in a fast and prompt fashion so that people have the relief in 2017. Me personally, I'm hoping to hear about education policy and hopefully we can get some investment in higher ed as we're seeing tuition continues to rise. So I want some investment in higher ed and in K through 12. But then also tax relief is really important to the people in my district, middle-class families, as well as some of the rural property relief that we'd be seeing in terms of school levies and maybe some help with the buffers, paying off some of the land that was dedicated to buffers. So all those three things are what I'm hoping to hear about.
I'm very excited to hear what the governor has to say. I'm hoping he will lay out what he wants us to do with the health care reform, the health insurance. I mean, this is something we have to finish. And so I'm wanting to hear what he has to say this evening during his speech.
I am excited because I think this is the opportunity where Minnesotans get to hear what the governor's vision is for the future and the coming year, and I think we're going to hear some really good things come out of the governor.
I'm very excited about the State of the State address. I think Governor Dayton is absolutely committed to trying to get as much done as he can in the last 2 years of his tenure. I was fortunate enough to have breakfast with him yesterday, and I thought he was forthcoming and very, very insightful. So it'll be fun to hear what he has to say. I'm sure that there will be the normal partisan bickering. Some of that I think is overdone and for show, but I absolutely am excited to hear what he has to say.
Any issues in particular that you're hoping he'll address?
The Health and Human Services bill, Senate File 1. Governor Dayton has made it clear that he is an advocate for reform. He understands clearly that while relief is pivotal, reform is really the long-term solution, that and access. So I'm hoping that there are dollars in that address, in that budget, for reform, for access, so that breaking away from Monday night, we can hit the ground running and get this done.
In addition to health care, is there anything else that you hope will be on the governor's radar?
I was at a transportation seminar this morning where they went over the various sources of funding, and I was fortunate to have the chance to ask Senator Scott Dibble questions about transportation. And he's extremely involved and very, very aware of so many pieces of transportation. So I'm hoping that Governor Dayton's address will address that straight on. We need to get more dollars to transportation. It has to be in a dedicated way. I really don't want to see the Band-Aids. I'd like to see something sustainable. And I'm hoping that people like Senator Scott Dibble have touched Governor Dayton in such a way that Governor Dayton will come out and give us strong guidance that says we got to get this done. Roads and bridges are important.